Child of dawn, if you will lend me 1 minute of your attention, I ask for it with the urgency of a wing beating against the dark. I am Michael, not as a distant herald, but as one who draws near, hand outstretched, pleading for a single beat of your heart to change the course of your morning. In that breath, in that listener's hush, a door opens. Listen now. Today, at the quiet hour of 6 in the morning, a shifting comes. I speak not to frighten you with vague promises, but to steady you with a clear, holy insistence. Prepare yourself, beloved, for a sudden turn of favor in the realm of provision. Hear this phrase as if it were a bell gently rung just before dawn. You will receive money, a great sum, and with it a responsibility as luminous as the gift. Hold this with both hands. Do not let greed confuse you, and do not let doubt close your ears. Receive this announcement as a summons to readiness. Before you imagine coins raining from the sky or miraculous checks appearing without cause, understand the shape of what comes. Blessing often arrives wrapped in circumstance, in doors opened by wise words, in agreements made by honest labor, or in unexpected alignment when you have chosen faith over fear for long enough that the cosmos responds. The sum I name, let it be both a symbol and a catalyst. Symbols awaken hope. They snap the mind awake from its dull routine. When I say $55 million, I am calling forth the gravity of your attention. Do not spend that attention on fantasy alone. Spend it on readiness. Get your papers in order. Be awake to opportunities that come through ordinary channels. The message you have been waiting for, the call you almost ignored, the paper with the signature that changes the ledger. Blessings have manners. They require a table set, a door unbarred, a clear space in your house of life. Clean your desk. Open your email. Put your phone on the nightstand with that one number near your heart. This is a moment that asks for humility. When riches come swift, the soul is tempted to forget the pathway that brought it there. Begin now with a posture of gratitude. Gratitude is not a tiny, polite word you say after coffee. It is a root system that keeps abundance from becoming ruin. In the minutes before 6, kneel if you can, or sit with your hands over your heart and say aloud the things that are true. I have been given life. I have known kindness. I have been sustained this far. Speak them until the tremor in your chest settles. Gratitude will be the belt that holds you steady when the tides of fortune shift. It will also be the light that invites wise counsel to your table. People listen differently when they see someone who receives with reverence rather than entitlement. You must also prepare your mind. Fear will rush to the front the moment your life tilts. Fear loves surprise because surprise is chaos dressed as possibility. Do not let fear narrate what this gift will mean for you. Instead, write a short plan tonight. 3 clear intentions that align with your highest values. Keep these intentions concrete and kind. 1 for shelter. How will this money care for your home and family? 1 for service. How will you use a portion to bless others, to repair, to protect? And 1 for stewardship. How will you organize and guard what you receive so it does not become your master? These intentions need only 3 lines on a page. They will anchor you when the world buzzes with advice and appetite. A great sum without a plan is like an untamed river. With a plan, it becomes an irrigation that blooms deserts into gardens. Practical measures are not small. Before morning arrives, make certain you have access, legitimate, honest access, to whatever channels might carry this provision. If you are waiting on financial paperwork, check that all signatures are current. If you are expecting a transaction, ensure your accounts are verified. Call the person you have been postponing. Send the polite, short message that opens a door rather than slamming it. If the line of provision is legal or professional, gather the documents that will be required: identification, contracts, accounting notes. Angels do not perform clerical miracles. They bless doors already unlocked by human prudence. Remember also to prepare your heart for the moral gravity of sudden abundance. Wealth can illuminate character as much as it can obscure it. Will you become more generous under its weight, or more fearful? Will you protect those closest to you, or will you hide away what is meant to be shared? Make a covenant with yourself now. Any large gain will be met first with a period of consulting wise counsel, financial advisors of integrity, trusted spiritual mentors, sober friends who will speak truth. Do not let flattery or quick praise be the chorus that tells you all is well. True counsel will test your plans, ask hard questions, and help design safeguards. If you are tempted to refuse counsel because you fear losing control, know this: control is an illusion, stewardship is a discipline. Choose stewardship. There will also be a spiritual posture that will help you receive rightly. In the lonely hour of early morning, light a small lamp or candle. Let its flame be the witness as you set an intention of honest reception. I will receive this gift with gratitude, use it with humility, and give it with justice. Speak this pledge slowly and meaningfully. Visualize the money not as an end, but as a resource to redeem places you cannot yet imagine, to heal family wounds, to open doors for the impoverished, to seed projects that will uplift others. See your hands taking the gift, then offering a portion back, not as duty alone, but as a continuing conversation with the divine and with those you serve. I will not hide from you that sudden provision can awaken enemies, not only those with malicious intent, but also old fears and unresolved relationships that seek to profit from your moment. Prepare boundaries. Make a simple plan to protect your privacy and your safety. Consider who will know immediately and who will be told later once arrangements are settled. Do not overshare in the first rush. Let trusted people, chosen before the wind of fortune arrives, be the first you tell. This is not secrecy born of shame, it is wisdom born of care. Alongside practical precautions, prepare your generosity. The heart that hoards misses its greatest calling. Decide tonight to set aside a portion, a number that will be meaningful, that you will use for immediate relief, a gift to a cause that has been faithful to you, support for someone in need you already know, or the repair of something in your community that cries out for attention. Make it concrete. Write the charity name, the person's initials, or the plan for the repair. When the money arrives, move first to bless in some small, immediate way. This will create a moral momentum in your life that resists the corrosive effects of selfishness. Do the interior work as well. Many are tempted to think of wealth as a shield against pain. It is not. Money can mend some wounds, but it cannot touch the deep places that need more than dollars. The places that require healing, forgiveness, presence. If you hold old grudges, begin the practice of release now. Write the names that press at your heart in a private letter to no one. Then fold that letter and keep it in a safe place. Do not burn it unless you are ready to let ash mark a new season. This simple act is symbolic but real. It helps you enter the event with a heart that is less burdened by past debts. Beloved, know that asking for blessing is not the same as expecting entitlement. You may receive this provision through channels beyond your control. You may be called to steward it in ways that ask painful renunciations. Be ready to listen. If someone asks you to use a portion of what you receive for restitution, for repair of harm, or for obligations you did not know sat in your ledger, do not refuse haste. The truest test of receiving rightly is the willingness to set the gift to work where it is most needed, even when it requires sacrifice of future comfort. Finally, keep a posture of wonder. Blessing is not only a transaction, it is a sacrament, a sign that the heavens still move and that grace can touch an ordinary morning. Do not let cynicism or skepticism steal your small astonishments. If you wake at 6 and find the world rearranged, do not forget the glimpses of miraculous order that led you there. A call answered at the right moment, a farewell that timed itself into a blessing, a document that arrived as if by providence. When you see the threads, trace them back with gratitude and with humility. Give thanks not only for the wealth, but for the human hands and decisions that formed its pathway. Child of dawn, breathe now and let this minute be a sacrament. Stand ready, practical, humble, generous, and wise. Tomorrow morning at 6, when the world is still wanting to be itself and is only half awake, be fully present. Make the small preparations tonight. Keep your heart uncluttered and your plans clear. When the gift comes, you will meet it not as a startled guest, but as a steady steward. And that steadiness will be the first sign that you have been ready all along. I am with you, child of light. Let us move deeper into this unfolding promise. You have given me your minute, and now I stretch it into a river of words that will carry you toward the dawn where the blessing is set to meet you. When Archangel Michael speaks of $55 million arriving at 6 in the morning, it is not a careless boast or a trick of imagination. It is a call to awaken, to prepare your soul and your steps for the kind of transformation that can shake loose the chains of fear, poverty, and hesitation that you have carried too long. Understand this well. Money, in its essence, is not evil, nor is it salvation. It is a tool, a current, a magnifier of intention. It will take the shape of your heart. If your heart is anxious, money will multiply your anxiety. If your heart is bitter, money will deepen your bitterness. But if your heart is generous, grateful, and awake. Money will become like water flowing through you, bringing life to parched ground and renewal to places where despair once grew. This is why I beg for your attention, because the blessing will only be as powerful as your readiness to carry it. Do not confuse readiness with perfection. You will not suddenly become flawless in wisdom overnight. Readiness is simply a posture of willingness, humility, and vision. Ask yourself, what will I do if wealth lands at my feet? Will I hide it in fear? Will I flaunt it in pride? Or will I place it in service of something larger than myself? This honest questioning opens your soul to guidance. Angels and wise allies cannot direct a closed heart. Open yours by admitting your uncertainty, by acknowledging that you will need help, by declaring that you desire to use this wealth in alignment with the highest good. Let us talk now about why such a blessing would come to you. Heaven does not drop resources without purpose. This provision is not a random windfall. It is tied to a calling. You have prayed, perhaps silently, perhaps with words that you barely believed would be heard. You have asked for relief, for a way out, for a chance to build something new. Heaven heard. But more than that, heaven sees not just your needs, but the needs connected to you. Family that relies on you. Communities that could thrive if you had more to offer. Dreams that have slept too long because of lack. This money is not only for you, it is through you. You are the vessel, not merely the recipient. Consider this. Wealth without wisdom is a flood that drowns, but wealth with purpose is a river that irrigates. You must decide now which it will be. Write down the dreams you have delayed because of lack, the home you wish to secure, the debts you long to clear, the project you yearn to start, the lives you wanted to lift. These are not idle fantasies. They are seeds. Money is the rain. Seeds without rain cannot grow, and rain without seeds simply runs into the ground. You have seeds already in your heart. Prepare to water them. I will also caution you, beloved, that with such a blessing will come tests. Not all who smile at you will celebrate you. Some will appear only when fortune arrives. Their voice is eager to direct your steps. You must not harden into suspicion of all, but you must learn discernment. Pray this simple prayer. Spirit of truth, place light around me. Expose the motives of those who come near. Let me welcome the sincere and see through the false. This prayer, repeated daily, will sharpen your perception. You will sense when someone's words do not match their heart. Trust that sense. Be mindful also of haste. When great provision comes, the temptation is to move quickly, to spend, to invest, to announce. Resist this. A rushing spirit is rarely wise. Let the money sit quietly for a time while you gather counsel, ground yourself, and seek clarity. You have waited this long for breakthrough. Do not let eagerness sabotage what patience has already built. Think in terms of seasons, not minutes. Some of the wealth is for now, to bring immediate relief. Some is for the next season, to build structures that last. Some is for the future, to secure a legacy. Break the gift into portions and assign each its role. This way, the blessing will stretch across time instead of evaporating in an instant. Above all, keep your heart tender. Abundance can tempt the spirit into arrogance. Remember the faces of those who stood by you in lean times. Remember the prayers you whispered when you were unsure of tomorrow. Gratitude will keep you human. Gratitude will remind you that this gift is grace, not proof that you are better than others. Walk softly, give humbly, live wisely. Child of dawn, the morning hour approaches. In part 3, I will speak to you of the deeper mysteries. How to align your spirit so that not only does the blessing arrive, but it remains, multiplies, and flows without poisoning your heart. For now, prepare your mind, prepare your heart, and prepare your house. Do not fear the size of the gift. Fear only forgetting its source. I am with you, guarding, guiding, and steadying you for what comes. Child of dawn, now we come to the final stretch of this message, and I will not leave your spirit without the compass you need. I asked for your 1 minute, and you gave it. Now you stand before the morning hour when a shift as vast as $55 million is spoken into your path. This is not about numbers alone, but about transformation, responsibility, and divine alignment. If wealth enters your life without wisdom, it will be as sand slipping through your fingers. But if it meets a heart that is steady, humble, and awake, it will become like gold refined, a resource that builds, blesses, and endures. Hear me clearly. The blessing is real, but so are the choices. The money will test your character more than your strength. It will ask you whether you will live for self alone or whether you will rise as a channel of good for others. You must hold this truth tightly. Heaven does not place abundance in your hands to trap you, but to trust you. Prove trustworthy. Use this gift to break chains, to heal wounds, to plant seeds of hope in soil that has long been barren. The measure of this blessing will not be in the luxury it brings you, but in the legacy it leaves behind. Take courage in knowing you are not alone. Angels walk with you, unseen yet near, guiding your decisions, whispering caution when temptation pulls, and stirring generosity when fear would make you grasp too tightly. If you feel lost, pause, breathe, and call my name. I will steady you. If you feel overwhelmed, lift your eyes and say, Michael, guard my heart. Keep me wise. Keep me true. I will be there, and peace will rise within you like a shield. Do not let doubt undo this moment. Many will say, this cannot be. Such things do not happen. But faith is not built on the logic of the crowd. Faith is the quiet certainty that the unseen is already moving. Believe not only in the possibility of blessing, but in your worthiness to receive it. You have walked through struggle, through nights of lack, through prayers whispered into silence. This morning is not random. It is a response, a turning, a door opening after long waiting. Step through it with reverence, not hesitation. And when the provision comes, guard it with prayer, steward it with wisdom, and release it with generosity. Pay the debts that bind you. Strengthen your family's foundation. Build the dream that has slept in your soul. And do not forget the stranger, the hungry, the voiceless. A portion of this blessing belongs to them. For heaven's wealth is always communal.